Yo, what is up YouTube? It's your boy Legend and I'm back with another video. Now, I know you guys wasn't expecting me to upload again this soon, but like I said, I've been writing and I'm trying to slowly get back into the flow of things. But I got something new for you guys, something that I wrote. So, yeah. What if Naruto and Sasuke was sent to the Highschool DxD universe? If you guys enjoyed this series, episode, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe while you're at it. But without further ado, let's just get into this intro so we can start this what if. All Naruto could see currently was nothing but colors. He could see that he was falling, yet he couldn't feel it. He had a depressed and annoyed look on his face. He looked to his left to see Sasuke falling right next to him. Someone that was always just one step ahead of him. He was always right next to him. Sasuke one-upped him in everything. His intention was to originally bring Sasuke back to the Hidden Leaf, but after hearing Sakura's words right before the fight ensued, he just gave up on everything. He fully intended on letting Sasuke just cut him down, hence why he held back. But with the chakra of the sage flowing through the two of them and Naruto's new subconscious ability to master said chakra after only a short time, Sasuke went all out, while Naruto barely used 60%. Sasuke even went as far as to steal chakra from the Bijus. Naruto actually thought he would die there, but apparently just a little bit of nature chakra put them back on even footing. But what put the two in this falling situation through this weird place was the final attack. Sasuke went as far as to use his 6-path chakra to create an Onyx Chidori while adding a Amaterasu to it as well. Whereas Naruto just used a basic Rasengan. When the two attacks collided, Naruto expected to lose an arm and die from said attack. But in reality, Sasuke ended up losing an arm, as a tear in reality was formed from the attack as it swallowed up the two of them. That is why the two of them were currently falling through this strange colorful void, with the primary color of orange and white. Soon the two of them stopped falling, as the both of them hit what seemed to be the ground. Naruto gasped and let out a groan. Sasuke, however, was unconscious. Naruto panted. The pressure from that strange void was immense, so immense that it numbed his body until he was ejected from said void. Eventually, Naruto himself passed out. Noting that the blood flow from Sasuke's missing arm had stopped, Naruto didn't know how long he was asleep, but when he finally awoke, he heard footsteps approaching him. He pretended to still be asleep. He wanted to see what the person's intentions were. The man walked up and examined the two, first checking their pulse. The both of them were alive. The man then noticed Sasuke's missing arm. He got a questioning look on his face. The boy should be dead. The bleeding stopped, yes, but there was nothing he saw that could have stopped the bleeding. The man then grinned as he spoke aloud. "This is the perfect opportunity to test the experiment I've been working on." Hearing this, both Naruto and Sasuke sat up, catching the man off guard as they punched a black and blonde-haired man in the face, sending him rocketing away. Naruto looked over at Sasuke as he spoke. "Great. Another Orochimaru." Naruto said nothing. He was still a bit tired, but he stood anyway, and for the first time, he looked around and took in his surroundings. He knew for a fact that he wasn't in his world. The first giveaway was the weird scientist guy. In his world, everyone was in a dream. The second giveaway was the strange feeling coming from said man. Third, the world around just looked completely different from his own. Naruto sucked his teeth. You can't even kill me without messing up, Sasuke. Sasuke glared up at the blonde as he stood. What? Naruto shook his head before he began to walk. Let's go. There's no way that I can see us going home, nor do I care for that place anymore. Naruto said this with a heavy heart. There were obviously people there that he still cared for, but he could count them on a single hand, and those were Tsunade, Shizune, Gaara, Tamari, and Konohamaru. Sakura, she went too far when she practically begged and tried to throw herself at Sasuke before the fight. Everyone else was acquaintances at best. Where are we going, loser? Naruto walked a bit as he spoke. First, we're going to steal money so we can get off of our feet. I doubt what little money we have will do anything or is worth anything. Then, we will use your Sharingan to create an identity for ourselves. So if we get into any trouble, we have some form of ID to help us get through questioning. After that, the two of us will get a house or apartment and split the rent. And after that, we need to secure a stable income. Sasuke looked at the blonde. So your brain finally works now? Naruto turned and looked at Sasuke with a dumb look. I've lived on my own since I was 5. I know how to handle money and survive. I may act dumb, but no, it's just an act. I pay attention to everything that people do. I know set patterns people tend to take. I act dumb because it's easier to get information that way, but now I'm tired of acting the fool and being treated as a burden and a second choice. So now you will see how smart I really am. Naruto started to walk again with Sasuke following behind. Throughout the night, the two of them pickpocketed the rich and robbed them blind in the dead of night. They took valuables and jewelry and sealed them away and left without a trace. Afterwards, they went to many pawn shops and traded the goods in for money. After that, they accumulated enough money in liquid cash to afford a hotel for a week. So they had to repeat the process as they robbed more people and sold the goods. After 4 hours, the two had enough money for a house. At least they thought they did. Now, they went to go and make an identity, keeping their same names. Then the two of them ran into a problem. They had no way of getting a house. They had the money, but how exactly would they buy the house? Who would they buy it from? How would they get in contact with them? The two of them would just have to hold off on that part just for a little bit. Meanwhile, in the dimensional gap, Ophis watched them with an almost standoffish look on her face. The two of them were in a weakened state, but even then, both of them alone rivaled her power, and she was infinite. She didn't want anything to do with these two. The both of them could easily kill her if allowed to recover, but then again, they could also help her with the removal of Great Red. Back with Naruto and Sasuke, the two teammates slept restlessly in a tree. They found a way to get into contact with a few people who sold houses, but there was a problem. It required a device called a phone, which was something that they didn't have. And when they went to get said devices, the stores were closed. So they had to sleep outside for another day in a damn tree, so they wouldn't be bothered. The next morning, Naruto and Sasuke hopped out of the tree that they were in. Stretching and removing the knots in their joints, they soon began to make their way back to said store that sold said cellular devices. After 2 hours of giving information that they didn't even know that they had, they walked out of the store with their own phones. Now they just had to make a few random phone calls, pay the money in cash, and they would have a house. The two of them then stopped as they turned to see the same black and blonde haired man from the other night approaching them with his hands up. Why have you been following us since we awoke this morning? Azazel chuckled, but both Naruto and Sasuke released a fraction of their power onto the fallen angel, forcing him down to his knees as a crater formed underneath him. Answer the question. Sasuke was in no mood for any games. The power that the two were releasing was immense. It could be felt by all supernatural beings, and for non-supernatural beings, they just felt violent tremors. I just want to talk. Naruto and Sasuke stopped releasing their power, allowing the fallen angel to stand. Azazel walked out of the crater. The two of you need a place to stay, correct? Sasuke scoffed. We are not staying with you. Sasuke was about to walk away, but Azazel spoke again. You don't have to live with me. I can get you to a place of your own, with relative ease. The place would be fully furnished. It wouldn't need to be paid for because I would handle the bill. It would come with the daily electronics like a TV and game system. All I ask is that you share your alliance with the Grigori. Naruto and Sasuke shared a look. It was a very tempting offer. The two seemed to have a mental monologue before they looked back at the fallen angel before them. Fine, but I'll say this once only. We won't be doing any inhumane things for you at all. Azazel chuckled. I wouldn't have you do any of that. All I strive for is peace and the freedom to experiment. Naruto and Sasuke nodded as they shook hands with him. I'll have the place ready within an hour. I'll send one of my subordinates to inform you when done. With that, the leader of the Grigori flew away. Naruto looked back at Sasuke. Want to get something to eat? The Uchiha nodded as they started to walk. However, the two were stopped by a police officer as he grabbed them by the shoulder. Hey, what are you two troublemakers doing skipping school? I swear the youth these days are such degenerates. Faster than the man could even blink, Sasuke formed a Chidori and went to pierce the officer's chest, but his wrist was quickly caught by Naruto before he could even raise his hand. Calm down, Sasuke. Sasuke glared at the blonde before dispelling the jutsu and yanking his hand away. The two were escorted to a school that, from the looks of it, was an all-girl school. What the hell is this? This is an all-girl school. Naruto glared at the officer, thinking he was trying to insinuate something rather disrespectful, but Sasuke soon spoke. Calm down, loser. Going off of the blonde over there, that looks like a weak version of you. I'd say this school just became a co-ed school. Naruto grunted before he and Sasuke stumbled forward as the officer shoved them through the gates as the two turned and glared at him. Now go and learn something and stop getting involved in the streets. The officer walked away and Naruto looked at Sasuke. I should have let you kill him. Naruto then felt a strong sense of fear coming from directly behind him, and he and Sasuke turned as they looked to see a petite white-haired girl who was shaking in her shoes. The two stared at her. They didn't know why she was so afraid. They didn't do anything, so they had a right to be confused. Are you alright? The girl seemed to shake even harder from the question. She was rooted in her spot. She wanted to run, but she just couldn't. The two were now just getting annoyed with the girl, so they made to leave the school. The two were hungry, so they saw zero reason to even be here. The moment they stepped past the gates, the same cop started running at them from down the street while blowing a loud whistle. He stopped in front of the two and blew the whistle hard in their face, not realizing that he was close to dying. Back in school! The two grit their teeth. It would be so easy to kill this guy, but the only problem was that there was a bunch of students around. With a growl, the two stepped back into the gates as the cop walked away. The two let out a sigh. What now? Asked Naruto. Sasuke said nothing. Maybe we just see what this school is about? Naruto released a sigh as the two started to walk forward, passing by the petite girl who was still frozen in fear. The chakra that the two had was monstrous, and it frightened her. The chakra was also dark. Even the blonde had a tinge of darkness in his chakra. Naruto and Sasuke both walked down the hallway trying to guess where the front office was so they could enroll into this dumb school. After 5 minutes, of walking around in circles, watching girls blush and bite their bottom lips over them, they eventually just asked for directions, though the two quickly regretted it because when the brown-haired girl was done giving them the directions, she quickly ran off yelling at the top of her lungs that the two of them were interested in her. Naruto and Sasuke made their way to the office only to see two girls, their age, with black hair and glasses. The two walked up to the two looking rather irritated. How do we enroll into this dumbass school? Naruto elbowed Sasuke in the rib, not so subtly, but he just shrugged it off. The two girls narrowed their eyes at the two. Naruto sighed. Are you going to waste our time or help us? The two girls composed themselves before the shorter one spoke. My apologies. I'm the Student Council President Sona Satori, and this is Vice President Tsubaki Shinra. If you would like to enroll here, we would need some ID from the two of you. Both boys slid their IDs across the desk as Sona took and processed them before handing them back and secretly sending a copy to her elder sister Sarafa, which didn't go unnoticed by Sasuke. Have the two of you ever taken any AP classes? Sona looked at the two of them waiting for an answer. No. Sona nodded and typed on her laptop. Have the two of you ever taken any remedial or slightly easier classes? Sona looked at the two of them again, waiting for an answer. No. Sona typed away on her laptop once more. How do you two fare in math classes? Sasuke was about to answer, but he heard Naruto stifle a laugh before he spoke. Are you serious? We are math gods. Sona just looked at the blonde, not believing that for a second. What's 144 minus 20 divided by 2? Naruto looked at her. He didn't even understand the question, and Sasuke could tell, so he was going to translate it into terms that he would understand. Naruto, what she asked is if my chakra levels cap out at 144, and I use a fire jutsu that costs 20 chakra, and then use Kirin that costs half of your first answer, how much chakra do I have? Naruto, well, he now completely understood the question, and he had the answer immediately. Oh, then that only puts you at 62 points of chakra, Sasuke. Sona and Tsubaki's eyes were wide. The two of them were just openly talking about math and chakra like it was just a part of their everyday thing that they had to manage. Now that the two thought about it, that massive power that they had felt earlier, it was a possibility that it was these two. Sona was 99% sure that it was. Sona hurried up and finished their schedules and handed it to them. Sona then reached under her desk as she pulled out 2 sets of school uniforms. Naruto looked at them before saying, "We are not wearing those hideous things." Sona looked at the blonde's fit. Says the one in an orange jumpsuit that's tore up. Naruto shrugged as he and Sasuke left. Tsubaki, schedule a meeting with Rias and her peerage for after school hours. We may have a problem. Meanwhile, Naruto and Sasuke made their way to class and just walked in. No knocking, no nothing. They just walked in like they owned the place. The female teacher looked at the two of them, getting ready to yell, but she froze and blushed. The two were obviously handsome with a rugged look. The blonde's clothes were, well, they looked as though he had just finished a fight. His orange jacket was ripped at the bottom, with holes and scuffs all over it, much like his pants. But his mesh shirt that was on full view was perfectly fine. Sasuke's clothes were in the same condition. The only difference was that his shirt was missing a sleeve, and he had on a black trench jacket to hide his missing arm. His pants were also in slightly better condition. The teacher shook off her blush. Who are you two? Sasuke said that they were new, and the teacher told them to write their names on the chalkboard. Sasuke stepped forward and wrote his name along with Naruto before the two of them took a seat, trying to ignore all the weirdo girls that were trying to cop a feel on them. The two quickly got bored and wanted to leave. To them, The teacher was talking about nothing. After 10 minutes of literally nothing and being bored, Naruto told Sasuke to just place a genjutsu on them so they could leave. Upon leaving, the two of them looked up to see a 8-winged fallen angel. I'm guessing you are the two that Azazel made a deal with. Your house is ready. It's about a 10 minutes walk from here. Just walk down that street and turn left. You're in house number 1256. The fallen angel tossed 2 sets of keys at them before flying off. Naruto then spoke. I think I'm gonna buy a ramen shop. Sasuke looked at him. You can't be serious. But guys, I'm gonna end it off right here. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe while you at it. But without further ado, I'm out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.